Parents, this next story will have you paying close attention to your child's next routine doctor's visit. In tonight's Heart of the Gulf, how a check of blood pressure in both arms sent a Baldwin County family on a different path, one that likely saved their daughter's life. Abigail Raley, a beautiful, happy little girl. Everything about her looked healthy until her kindergarten checkup.
They took blood pressure in her right arm and it was severely high. Took blood pressure in her left arm and it was severely low. Then they went to feel for pulses in her legs and they were very faint.
A simple blood pressure check led to the stunning diagnosis, coarctation of the aorta. Her heart valve was too narrow to allow normal blood flow to her body.
You go numb for a little while, and I know her dad and I both did, and the grandparents as well, sitting there thinking, you know, our life is about to go in a different direction than what we had planned for her.
They went to Birmingham, where doctors could fix her heart, but that meant open heart surgery on their 6-year-old princess.
What I mostly remember was how painful it was. You know, afterward, it hurt.
Within a week,
See them pushing me with all the balloons.
she was back home in Baldwin County, her family sharing their journey with others. In 2014, when Abigail was the face of Heart, her art sold for $1,000 for the American Heart Association's Art for Heart. 10 years later, her testimony of how funding medical research changes lives is only more compelling. Now 16, this Foley High School sophomore has been a cheerleader, softball player, and competitive gymnast, enjoying a life without limitations.
If they had not caught it that day by a simple blood pressure check, then she may have been one of the children that gets into her teen years and falls out on the basketball court or on a football field, because it happens. And these kids go their entire life not knowing that they have an issue that could have been repaired and fixed.
She says her aunt died from the same condition as Abigail's because it went undetected for too long. Another reason Art for Heart is so special to their family.
Because it makes people aware. You know, stuff happens. You know, you could be so unaware that something is going on.
We've been able to reach out to so many more people. It's opened so many doors for us to feel close and have that connection with other families. And I think that's the biggest thing that we can do as us, is to give back and to be that support that we had during her journey.
This year, to celebrate its 100th anniversary, the American Heart Association is inviting its past Faces of Heart to be guests for Saturday's Baldwin Art for Heart Gala, a reunion of sorts for Abigail and other honorees. It's sure to be a special event at the Coastal Arts Center of Orange Beach. More information on WKRG.com.